Hi everyone, welcome back to Monty's Madhouse. I'm Monty apparently, and I'm back with another positive affirmation. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified every time I post another video, and let's get into this. I want you to think about every argument that you have ever had. Are you the type of person who goes into an argument listening to respond, or are you the person who listens to understand? Are you someone who places unneeded attention on something negative for no reason? Are you someone who's trying to learn from the other person's actions and why they're feeling that way? I want you to think back for me. How many times have you sought in an argument to have that person understand you versus try to embarrass them? How did embarrassing that other person positively impact your life? How did embarrassing that other person add greater energy to you? How did you putting that negative energy in the world do you a favor? What do you gain from putting another down to make yourself feel bigger? Does that make you feel powerful? Does it make you feel better about yourself as a person? And if that does, then we need to reevaluate some things together. In this day and age, it's easier for us to be cruel to each other than to love one another. It has been so pushed on us to be savages and stuff that we don't even understand how to speak to one another and how to communicate with one another. We can't learn from one another if we're busy at each other's throats. We have become so desensitized that we don't even think about whether the other person could be going through something or what could be going on with them for them to have the opinion that they do have, or what could be the reason for them saying the things that they say. We're automatically on attack of one another. We're automatically looking for the fault in the other person. We're never trying to learn from one another anymore. We listen to respond, and we need to listen to understand. Communication in a nutshell is about understanding your fellow man. It's about learning from them, getting ideas from them, bouncing ideas off of each other. How are we to do that if everyone is always attacking each other just because you don't agree with something somebody else said? We don't all have the same opinions. It's not possible for us to all agree 100% about every single thing. Yes, there are certain arguments that you should definitely hold down, but we need to remember to treat each other like human beings. We need to remember that all of us have feelings. All of us have things that we could be going through at that moment. All of us are somebody's child, somebody's parent, somebody's family member. We're each other's family in a sense. We cohabitate together in this universe together, and we have to start treating each other with love. We have to start treating each other with more respect than what we do now. Things move way smoother when we are not at each other's throats, when we're not focused on trying to make another person feel bad to get our point across. To be a good communicator, you don't need to put somebody else down to get your point across. You don't need to express feelings of hatred to another person. And you don't need to resort to name calling because this person doesn't agree with you. You don't need to resort to name calling in the beginning. We have to learn to communicate better with each other, guys. I've been a generation that is so desensitized, especially my generation, where it's okay to speak to each other like shit. It's almost cool to just speak to each other any type of way, and people will dap you up for that shit. Like, that's just fine. We can't keep on treating each other like shit. We can't cohabitate together and think that's gonna work. This is the real world. We're not celebrities. The energy that you put in the world is the energy that you get back. Why put negative energy in the world? what does that give you? What does that solve? How does that make you a better person? It doesn't. We have to remember that we are all on this journey together. We are all going through things. We are all learning different ways. We have all been taught different ways. We all have different opinions. Treating somebody else like their opinion doesn't matter is not okay. Treating somebody like shit because they don't agree directly with you is not okay. Resorting to name calling is not only childish and immature, it's not okay. I want you guys to take from this when you're communicating with people on a regular basis is that you don't have to be nasty to another individual to get your point across. You don't have to speak bad on the individual to get your point across. You don't have to turn all these other people against this one person to get your point across. We're bigger than that. We're stronger than that. We're wiser than that. Don't be dumb. Don't be a stupid human. Thank you for watching Monty's Mad Heist, guys. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell so that you're notified every time I put up another video. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll be back with another. I don't know what's coming next. These just come off my head, so I'll be back with something else soon.